it does seem to be that this is... People talk about weight loss strategies, miracle strategies. This does seem to be the first peer-reviewed thing that actually works.
I don't care how peer-reviewed it is. I've never heard so much ridiculous nonsense in my life. This is yet again, let's have an initiative to make Britain bone idle. Let's start sticking jabs in them on Jab Street. No, I think it's horrendous. And I do believe it encourages people to be bone idle. And let me tell you why, actually, because in the last 24 hours, I've been having people saying to me, Steve, I would love the jab. I'd love that jab, but I think I'm going to have to put weight on to be able to qualify to actually have it, because this jab is for those people, as I understand it, that are in the category of super obese. And what I would say to people on a much more serious note is if you are considering this, look deeply, look very deeply, deeply being the word, into the potential side effects of this, right? Because they're not great. Okay, so I would say that. I made a few notes, actually, when I was preparing for this. And listen, the other thing you've got to be aware of is, as I understand it, this will be for 2 years maximum. So a person can have this fat jab or anti-fat jab for 2 years maximum. What happens then? And also, you've got to remember, when you're dealing with weight, you really have to look at the root cause. And I'm sorry to say, it might not be very popular with some people, but often the root cause is mindset laziness. That is the reality. 20 years experience tells me that. So I think, listen,
it does seem true, doesn't it? Because the way that this jab works, it changes something in your brain. It doesn't attack the fat. It changes your mindset. It makes you less likely to want to eat. Because ultimately, all being fat is calories in, calories out. So I suppose in some way it's the same, isn't it, as mindset?
Well, it is, but we've made it so complicated in this country. You know, I'm a very straight-talking sort of individual, and my results are incredibly good. Not with everybody, but they're pretty smart over the last 20 years. And yes, weight is a battle of the mind. But to help people overcome that battle of the mind, I do not believe sticking a needle in their arm every week, and it's quite expensive, by the way. It's quite pricey, this, and I think all that money should go into dementia care, but that's another story. I just don't think that's the answer. That's not the answer. People are much better off looking at what I would consider to be much healthier alternatives than having the prick.
And what are those healthier alternatives? Is it eating healthier and exercise? Because the reality is people know what they need to do to lose weight. You need to exercise, you need to eat healthier. But still we have massive levels of obesity. So aren't solutions like this, given that, you know, people aren't very motivated to get into exercise, aren't solutions like this at least one tool in the toolbox that we can use to keep people fit?
Yes, in all seriousness, again, they are a tool in the toolbox for those people that are potentially near death because of weight-related stuff. And I can appreciate that, and I would understand that. But to give this message out is just ridiculous. And you are right that people in the country, we know what we should eat. You know, we know what we should eat and what we should do. The problem we've got is a pandemic, and it's called can't be bothered-itis. That's what we're suffering from.
It is striking to look at various countries, and the countries that have the fattest people in them broadly are countries that sort of do the least exercise. It's really, really, it's just an equation, isn't it?
Yeah.
The amount you eat and the amount you move. And if you drive everywhere
Yes, Tom,
everywhere, and if you eat too much, you're going to be fatter.
Yes, but it can be a bit more, you know, I'm going to defend people here a little bit because it can be a bit more complicated than that. Because, yes, we know what we put in. We got to burn it off one way or another. But it is a battle of the head for many people. But I do not believe sticking a needle in the arm of people, as I understand it, it's weekly, is the right way to go about it. We should be spending that money in coaching the heads of people to take personal responsibility, to have aspiration, and to start taking action. And it's only then that you get somebody to lose weight and manage their weight, I should say, for the long haul. And that's what we're talking about here.
Conversation, I want to get your perspective on the sort of fat acceptance movement that has grown up over the last decade or so, where people say that people who encourage people to lose weight are somehow bad people.
Body shaming is the word they use.
Body shaming.
Yeah.
That we shouldn't encourage people to achieve a healthier shape or to lose weight. Where do you stand on that?
Well, I've been called all sorts of names over the years. It's a good job I've got a thick skin. But, and of course, you're called fat phobic if you're encouraging people to take responsibility and to lose weight for the benefit of their health and their confidence. I say this, if you're happy and you are fat, clap your hands, is not a song we should be teaching people. And that's what that lot do.
Well, on that note...
On that note, indeed.
Absolutely.
We need more bluntness, guys. We need to be more direct. We're becoming so namby-pamby. And so you can't say this, you can't say that around obesity. And can I tell you something? That is a dangerous route to go down. It kills people, potentially.